Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. It's July 1st. Hello, 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 Bonehead.
Hey, Mama, how you doing, sweetie? Good morning to you.
Nice.
How you doing?
I didn't call you B this morning. I said Bonehead. I'm taking it
Oh yeah,
back, taking it
I ain't
back.
even noticed the difference.
You're
I ain't
slipping on
noticed
me.
the
You're
difference.
slipping on me, man. You're slipping.
How's that? How's that? You've been calling me bonehead since I was.
I don't call you that often on the show, though. You're my B
Cool.
on the show.
That's
This
cool.
morning, this morning you're going to be Bonehead.
Welcome, welcome. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. Call me whatever you
That's where
want. If
Tupac
anybody can
get it
call you what
from.
they want, it's your mama, right? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 152nd day
Well,
of the In This Season podcast, where your mother calls you whatever she wants, as long as nobody calls your mother anything, right? But welcome. How you doing, man? What's going on with you?
there you go. There you go.
What's going on with you this morning?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna get it out there right now. Um,
Okay, cool.
so it's 150 day 152, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna do July 2nd today because that's what Mama put out there when she realized that she couldn't change it. read so today read July 2nd. Tomorrow we'll read July 1st, but it's supposed to
I
be
don't
that
like that.
way. I just didn't
I
know.
don't like that. I don't like that.
You gonna have
What
to
you mean we're
roll
gonna
with it.
do
You gotta roll with it.
no, today's the July
Read July
1st.
2nd today. It is, but Mama put July 2nd. Mama put the reading for July 2nd out there, and she couldn't change it because it was 6:45. It's okay. You gotta rock with it,
Okay.
roll
But what
with
if
it. It's the
somebody need
same.
is it
If
though?
somebody
What
what?
what if somebody need yesterday what if somebody need yesterday what if somebody needs
What
today
if
and
somebody need?
tomorrow?
What if somebody need the other one today? Who's to say? Maybe it
No,
happened because it was
that
supposed to
ain't
happen.
that ain't cool, but all right, I got you. All
Might
right,
not
let me
be
see.
cool, but you got to heat up with it, baby. You got to
That
heat up
ain't
with it.
cool. So I'll
Yeah.
explain.
So
You,
listen, got back on here this morning to put the things out there because I set it up. So I thought that's not the title that I set up last night. But what I think happened because we're on 152, and I get tricked that way. And I saw June 2nd, but we're behind because of the days, 28 days, 30 days. So day 151 yesterday was June 30th, right? So when I see 152, I'm thinking July 2nd sometimes. But it was late and I'm like, I'd set up what I thought I was
uh,
on. It's all good. So let's
okay.
rock with it.
I see what you're saying. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Who knows? Somebody might need this one today. It just might flow, but ain't nothing we can do about it now. So we got to do what it do, but we ain't finna let it do us. I ain't finna let it do me.
sure.
It is
Maybe
what
we
it is.
could have. I could have
Because
just
the
read
title
July
out there
1st and
is
then
this.
tomorrow read July 1st. Or it's cool either way. Either way, it's cool. We'll just do it the way you said to do it.
That's what I just said.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we could have read. Um, we didn't even have to
It's
tell
not the same
her.
title.
Okay, I got
No,
you.
I'm
I
gonna
got you.
tell you it's not because yeah. So
Okay.
let's get into it because I have to get off here. Really, I do. I have to be somewhere at 8:15 this morning. So
All right. Well, I just sent you the stream key, so let's get
I got
Instagram
it.
going up live. Who we got in the chat room? Y'all, mom got me confused.
We
It's too
got
early for this.
we got Miss. They all right. Hey, these people, we good. We believe that things happen for a reason, right? And
Yes,
it's all
man.
good. It's all good. All right. So you set Instagram up. Let's get our people on there and let's rock with it. Good morning, Brenda. Um, Miss Brenda said, nah, damn, we got to start July off right. Who's to say it's not right?
That's
Y'all
what I'm
ain't know.
saying. That's I don't
Let's
know.
keep it in sequence. So y'all, the title out there is wrong. So what do you want to do? Have a wrong title and talk about something totally different? Let's rock with it now. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
Who's
Let's
to
see.
say it's not right or whatever? It may
The
just be
book.
somebody might need this today. This is the life. This is the life is the name of this topic today.
All right. We'll do
Tomorrow
it.
is going to be get your butt out of the way.
All right, we're gonna. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check these titles with you at night. We're gonna verify these titles,
Hey,
man.
how about you just do some of them? Give
How
me a
about
break.
we'll? How about we'll? That's cool. That's cool. But I'm
Okay,
saying we'll
then we'll do
verify these
that.
titles. That's what I'm saying. I'll help you, baby. Sleepyhead.
Shoot.
You need to
Oh,
stop
y'all
taking
gonna
all
get
that.
off you today now. I'm
Stop.
trying to tell
Stop.
you.
Look. Stop taking all that dang magnesium. You're getting sleepy. That's
I
what
was
you
in the
need.
bed.
I
I
already
started
know
just
it.
I started just do it this morning
You,
because
you taking a
I was
bath in the magnesium.
I
You
was
better.
in the bed, y'all. I think it was like 8:20,
I
and I was like, "Dang, I got to set that show up."
already know it. It's that magnesium. She's taking a bath in the magnesium, y'all.
I'm not. I took a shower last night.
She's not taking a shot. Oh man. All right, mama. All right, mama.
Y'all gonna
Well,
read this and y'all gonna be like, "Oh man, I needed this today."
oh my.
Y'all better stop blocking y'all blessings. Get out y'all way. Get out y'all. Get your butt out your way. That's what it said for today. But we're gonna read. This is the life. This is
Oh
the
my.
life. Sometimes you just have to roll with it. Come on,
That's all
Brandon, make it.
right. We got it. We got it. But welcome again, y'all, to the 152nd day of the In This Season podcast. Welcome if you're tuning in live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or Instagram Live. Shout out to my friends Connor Finolio, my first roommate in college. Welcome to the show, brother. Monte, appreciate you. It's one of my training partners. Good to see you, man. Welcome this morning. If you haven't been here, if this is your first time, welcome. This is where we read through the book Daily Motivations for African American Success. Again, you don't have to be African American to join this at all. It's just that we're looking through the lens of success, through the stories and the history of the African American people here in America. So feel free. This is like a cookout where you get invited to the cookout. Please take home a plate, get some food for yourself, join the conversation. And a little bit more about this book. If you don't have the book, this is the book right here. Please go get it. It was printed and published in 1992, but the stories that are in there are pervasive and seem to be uh, appropriate to today's time, nonetheless. So, daily motivations for African American success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead to the achievement of your true goals. So, in 365 short but powerful motivations, one for each day of the year, Dennis Kimbro, the author of the popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and how to look inward for answers to life's challenges. So each one of these motivations begins with words of wisdom or a quote from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans as Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Galt, Mr. Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, Mother Hale, Reverend Leon Sullivan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year, but what it teaches will last you a lifetime. So every single morning we read one of these passages, the quote and an affirmation at the end of the passage to help us throughout our day, to give us some daily motivation and inspiration for the beginning of our day. So we're here every single morning at 7 a.m. Every single morning at 7 a.m. So let's jump right into it. So we're reading July.
You ain't gotta say all that. Just read the passage, man. Just read the passage.
We
You
are
ain't
reading
gotta say all that.
July. Hey, you know, my Mexican friend said, you said you said it was this date, but July. But July.
No, it does. The
I'm just
date
playing, mama.
doesn't matter. The
I'm messing with you.
passage. You could not have a topic out there and talk about something else.
I'm
Now
just messing. I'm messing.
that's
I'm messing.
July. That's
Yeah.
July.
Shout out to
So,
all my
Miss
Mexican friends.
Brenda, I'm disappointed because you're supposed to be rocking with me every day.
Hey,
Mike, he's
hey,
amazing.
hey, you started calling me bonehead this morning, so don't don't come for me. I love you, mom. I'm just
Look,
messing with you.
half people don't have the book anyway. They don't know. You could just read. I could have just said read July 2nd, Brandon. Only person probably would have known was Miss Brenda and Mike. Miss Brenda's, but probably Miss Brenda because she reads the passage. I think sometimes, but nonetheless, y'all, the
You know
date
what?
don't matter. It's that we here and we gonna do it. Let's do
That's
it.
right. It's more entertaining that way. I like the I like the mishaps. I like to show them off. You know, like everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah, I'm looking that we gonna be like, man, we needed this today, or
Let's do
somebody's
it.
gonna be like, tomorrow they needed the other one. So let's roll with it. That's how I'm gonna
Ooh,
cover my mistake.
ooh, my coffee's sweet. Okay, I didn't mean to make the coffee that sweet. All right, so um, this is the life. Is the title of today's passage.
Thank you.
And the quote comes from Joe Clark, former high school principal, who said, "You've got to give it. You've got to give to get. And if you don't plan on giving, then you better not plan on getting." Okay? It says, "You've got to give to get. And if you don't plan on giving, then you better not plan on getting." A man who works 5 days a week, buys a little food and some liquor for the weekend, and relaxes half drunk in his easy chair, proclaims to his family, "This is the life."
Hmm.
A youth who forsakes his schooling so that he may work full time to buy a fancy car and experience life in the fast lane, declares to his buddies, "This is the life." A young woman who views life from the outside in, who compromises her principles and lives in a world of loose money and fast talking men, flashes her bejeweled hands and designer clothes in front of her girlfriend's eyes and claims, "This is the life." The middle class couple who move into their split level ranch style home and spend all their time chasing cheap thrills and monetary highs, from infidelity to drugs, proclaim over their cocktails, "This is the life." I sincerely wonder if this is the life of which the Master spoke. Can life be lived, really lived, apart from some task, some duty, some great purpose um, that strengthens the soul and glorifies the Creator? Is a person really living when he or she has no purpose in life other than eating, drinking, wearing the latest clothing, and
Mm-hmm.
being seen with the quote unquote right people? A wise man said, "We live in deeds, not years, in thoughts, not breaths, in feelings, not in figures on a dial." Character cannot be purchased, bargained for, or inherited. It must be homegrown. Again, that last line, character cannot be purchased, bargained for, or inherited. It must be homegrown. And the affirmation, inspiration, or motivation at the end of the page, or at the bottom of the page, that we read 3 times, one time for you, one time for me, and one time for the person you're going to invite to the conversation tomorrow, is, "It's never too late to start living a new life." So remember that title, "This is the Life," and the inspiration at the end, "It's never too late to start living a new life." And one
Hmm.
more time to really let it settle in. It's never too late. Let it really, really think about this. It's never too late to start living a new life.
Now I'm waiting on all y'all to apologize to me because y'all can't say this is not a July 1st start the week off kind of message, right?
Look, we
What
was
we were
hoping.
just talking about yesterday about and then I read something yesterday that just when I heard this, let me start it out with this. When you live in a paid off used single wide trailer, when you live in a paid off used single wide trailer and drive a used car that's paid off and have $80,000 in the bank, people assume you are not doing good in life. If you drive an $80,000 financed vehicle and live in a and have a $3,000 mortgaged home, people think you're doing great in life. Don't judge people by material things. And also yesterday I was thinking, don't judge people by the cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Open them up. If they're not opened and you don't know what's inside of them, hey, you don't know them. So y'all can't tell me this ain't time. This is a timely mistake. How about that? Y'all need to hear that word again.
No, we're just letting you do your thing, baby. Just letting
So
you do
this
your.
is the life. You've you've got to give to get. And if you don't plan on giving, then you better on plan on not getting, right? Something like that. Also, yesterday, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something about this Life Flow lotion. It made me think about there was a time in my life I didn't want to share anything. Yep, your butterfly. I'm talking about it. I wouldn't tell you because I felt I was, you know how we are. If you've been there, you're like, no, mm-mm. Until I learned that and saw the concept of the chicken, like there's a KFC or Churches. Now there's Crunchy Chicken, Popeyes. They all on the same corner and they thriving. Burger King, Wendy's, same McDonald's, same corner. But there's something you can do like that it's the life. It's something you're doing. Somebody probably did some of these things last night, especially when you were reading about, the getting drinking and all that stuff. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with it because I like my tequila. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm keeping it real. But at the same time, is it life? Is it there's so much more to your life than what you are seeing sometimes as life, especially if it's about what's going on outside and who you are impressing outside. Because I want to walk in the room and people see my spirit. They feel my spirit. There's something about my energy that makes them say, man, what is she doing in her life? And they ain't gonna see the $80,000 car. Sure ain't gonna see no $3,000 mortgage. No. I remember when I bought my house, and I've shared this. My house is 3 bedroom, 2 full bath, 2 car garage, maybe what 1,400 square feet. And I had mostly family members, and you know how I get back to you, and a few friends. Why did I buy such a little house? It's just me and Brandon. Why the hell I need a lot of house? And
I
some
was
of them
about
same ones don't even have their house no more.
and I was about to
Living for
leave
the
high school,
Joneses.
leave high school. So
Right.
you were
Living
gonna
for
be
the
by
Joneses.
yourself.
Right. You better be gone. What am I trying to work for and pay a $3,000 mortgage? Who do that?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm putting myself out there. That wasn't the life for me. Comfortability. I have what I need. And then Brandon would have friends who lived in 3,000 square feet homes, and they would want to flock right over there. I'm like, right? I didn't mind, but it was interesting to me. They got all this house, and they'd rather be right here. And what did one of your friends tell you? It feels like home. That our house felt like. Y'all, what is it? What are you looking at and thinking is the life, but internally you're still struggling every day to feel good about having access to so many things. We could go anywhere and get anything we want for the most part, right? We got a microwave. Now we got the Insta pots and the air fryers. People don't even really have to cook anymore. Yeah. I mean, we still have any money, right? So this is the life. Answer that question for yourself. Is it? Is this the life? Because I'll tell you, it's never too late to start living a new life. And you could do it, y'all. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm doing it and I'm gonna keep on doing it. But I still know that I will never graduate, as I mentioned the other day, from the altar. You never graduate from the altar because if you are living, if God blesses you with life, then you have a responsibility to live that life and to make sure that you're open to growing. And when you grow, change happens. And that at the end of the day, people don't want to change. And people, for the most part, don't want to see you change. Because guess what? Change opens up your light. And if people are living this life in darkness, guess what your light is going to do? It's going to disturb them. My light disturbed me. Like, wait now. I'm supposed to be tripping off of this. I'm supposed to be still mad at this person. I'm supposed to be no, not that Tammy anymore. So take responsibility for your life, for this life, and all that comes with it. And please, I'm going to turn it over to you, Brandon. Don't ever think for me, because I'm sitting on this side and you're listening to me, that I don't need you. There's days I wish I had somebody call that, hey, girl, pull me out the hell today. But truth be told, I really don't. Because, like they say, you want to lose some people, start growing and keep growing. Now, people will come into your life. I met a beautiful sister the other day, and I just know that we're going to do some great things. Her and her son, Brandon, works together. They have a venue that she pulled up and already talking about she'll share it with me, telling me how she's going to help me grow this. She's doing it and didn't mind showing me that she's doing it and does not live far from me. Did y'all hear that? We live really close. All right. So y'all can't tell me this wasn't meant for today. And y'all can tell me that I ain't growing. Now, this is the life, the growing life. Plant your seed, water it, find out what it needs, what kind of sun, how much water, when it's gonna stop growing. I'm telling you, God is so precise. Look at nature. And every day I believe He's trying every situation, circumstance that you go through, He's trying to show you that this is the if you'll just seek me, if you will seek me, seek ye first the kingdom of God, have faith in me. Don't ever doubt anything in your life. That's the life. That's the life. That will get you walking into a room, a dark room, and light appears. So that's the life. Over to you, Brandon.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
And
And
I'm
I
gonna
and
shut
I
up.
know you got to get out soon too. No, you good. You good,
I
sweetie. I
guess we
appreciate.
are tripping this morning.
Yeah, it's all good. You got it going. I thinking about this. This is the life. Y'all know I always think about it from a spiritual aspect, or at least that's my inclination. And I'm reminded of a verse in the Quran, the 45th chapter, that reads, "Have you seen, O Prophet?" It was saying this to the Prophet Muhammad. So, have you seen, O Prophet, those who have taken their own desires as their God, and so Allah left them to stray knowingly, left them to stray knowingly, sealed their hearing and their hearts, and placed a cover on their sight. Who then can guide them after Allah? Will you all not then be mindful? And they argue, there is nothing beyond our worldly life. We die and others are born, and nothing destroys us but the passing of time. Yet they have no knowledge in support of this claim. They only speculate. And whenever our clear revelations are recited to them, their only argument is to say, bring our forefathers back if what you say is true. So say, O Prophet, it is Allah who gives you life, then causes you to die, then will gather you all on the day of judgment, about which there is no doubt, but most people do not know. So this life of, oh, this is the life, right? When people, when you say things like that during times of hedonism, right? And hedonism, guys, is following your desires and using your desires um, as pretty much your Lord, as your guiding light, as the principles in which you structure and pursue, your life and your ambitions. When you subdue yourself to hedonism, you oftentimes have to deny the natural part of yourself that thinks that there's something more. And so I think that's why people kind of say that, oh, this is the life. It's almost them trying to give themselves an affirmation, trying to convince themselves, that, hey, this is it, right? Like, it doesn't get any better than this, right? But for the people who I think are who truly are living, right, and truly experiencing the best out of life, they're too busy experiencing it than to go around and say, "Hey, look at what I'm doing." Right? Hey, see what I got. Hey, look at my house. Hey, look at my car. And there has to be something said about, you know, us doing all, like you spoke about, the $80,000-$100,000 car that isn't paid for. There has to be something about us looking to put ourselves in debt just to look good.
Feel
You know
good
what I
too, and to
To
make
feel
ourselves
good.
feel good
Right.
for it's yeah. But we
And
really don't feel good.
as soon as you get more, when you get more capacity, more resources, you go and buy more debt. As soon as you get more money, you go and get a bigger mortgage. Do you guys, y'all know what mortgage, the etymology of mortgage? Mortgage. Think about this. Mortgage, morticianer, mortuary, mortgage, right? It's gauging you for debt. It's something that you will, mortgage literally means pay until you die. That's what mortgage means. Morticianer, death. M-O-R-T means death. In Spanish, muerto. Like, it's still these are things that are supposed to contain your life, limit your life, right? It used to be in the 1970s, I believe, that a family of four could live on one. A family of four could live on one income, purchase a house, purchase a car, and relatively young. Most people about in middle class could purchase a house about 23 years old, right? 23, 24 years old, sometimes even less. Today, the vast majority of people under 35 cannot afford a home. In the last 4 years, I think I was hearing the statistic yesterday, prices went up 80% on houses over the past 4 years. And so inflation in itself is eating away at the value of your dollars. And we're still walking around looking for the biggest debt that we can so that we can show off and say, this is the life. Now, that's on the financial end. Now, let's take it back to some of the other examples, right? What were some of the other examples? We saw the young woman who views life from the outside in and who compromises her principles and lives in a life of loose money and fast talking men. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about our OnlyFans ladies, right? People willing to give up morals, dignity, modesty for a quick dollar, right? To show off whatever they have in order to make a quick dollar, giving up all principles. I want to remind you, you're going to have children one day. I saw a horrible video. Oh man, let me tell you about this. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. I saw it was a birthday party, right? I think the kid was like 7, 8 years old, right? Maybe a little, maybe not. And he had a birthday party. All his friends over there, his mom's family and friends. And his mom at the party, her song comes on. So what she does, she runs over to the fence railing, right? A metal fence railing, grabs it with both hands, and starts popping her butt and twerking. I mean, like twerking like a bucking bull, right? And you know what her son did? Her son runs over to her and tries to punch her and get her off to stop shaking her booty
This
because
is
it's
for real?
embarrassing. This is dead serious. It's his birthday party. It's his birthday party.
How old do you
Between
think?
7 and 9. I don't know if you heard me. I said between 7 and 9.
Okay. Okay.
And
The child, the boy was?
the
The young
boy
boy? Wow.
in this effort grabs the fence and starts twerking. And I think one of her friends did the same thing. I mean, just the most detestable, the most like disgusting thing that your mother could sit there and do in front of you. And she's doing it. And he was so upset that he tried to run up and punch her to make her stop. And you know what she did? She raised her
Whooping.
back leg. She raised her back leg like the female dog that she was and kicked her son to continue twerking. I've seen another video, another sister at the graduation of her son. I don't know if it was high school or college. He gets up to go on stage. She runs down the aisle, hands on her knees, and starts twerking. I don't know what this is. Is this a trend? Right? And I'm sure in her head, she's thinking, this is the life, girl. My son graduated. I mean, I cannot imagine. And so for all these ladies that are giving up your morals and giving up your body for a quick dollar, just know that you will have children, and you have children, and you are dishonoring them. That's not the life. To dishonor your son, your family, that's not the life, guys. So I just know that you are giving up something when you devolve and degenerate into hedonism, right? And the last one I saw was the youth who forsakes his schooling so that he can work full time to buy a fancy car, right? And experience the life in the fast lane. I knew men that were like that. And I say new because the two that I'm thinking of that live that type of lifestyle are dead now. So if you guys remember yesterday, you said take advantage and benefit of 5 before 5. And one of them was your youth before old age, right? Another was your life before death. So if you're sitting there giving up your education in order to make money, not to feed your family, not to put yourself in a better position, but just to buy a fancy car, right? So you can drive fast and live in the fast lane. How many accidents and deaths from youth have happened because they were trying to do this very thing, right? So like, what are you in all of these cases that I've given, from the mother to the family buying the big, or the person buying the big mortgage to pay until they die, putting themselves in debt, down to this young man or the youth who forsakes their school. There's something that you're giving up.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that you're giving up that is greater than what you are gaining. So every time you think this is the life, this is what you're doing is you're taking out a loan on interest for your future. You're taking what's in your future coffers and you're forsaking that in order to have instant gratification. And that instant gratification will fade. That car will be old next year. That house, that debt will still be there, even though that house will start to deteriorate and your ability to pay it may waver. And the economy and inflation will continue to skyrocket at 7% at least. So for every $100 that you got, $7 of it is going to be gone next year. $100 this year is only worth $93. Can only do $93 worth of buying power next year. So think about what my mother said in the beginning. You got a paid off trailer or a big old house that you're in debt to. You can't even take a vacation because you don't have the money. You don't have the ability. You got this big old house, but it don't feel like a home. Your kids coming over to this little 1,300 square foot house, and it feels like a home. What did Luther Vandross say? A chair is just a chair. But a house is not a home if there's no one there, if there's no love in there, right? And that's not love. That's attachment. That's lust. That's hedonism. And there's a difference. Don't give up love for lust. What are you sacrificing in your attempts to gain material and instant gratification? What is the opportunity cost? Because there is an opportunity that you are losing. So if this is the life, I think you might want to think twice, right? Because you might be paying a big and lofty price. All right. So that's all I got for you today, guys. We're gonna get out of here pretty in
Brandon, I
short order.
do want to add just one thing, if you don't mind. Then yeah, we will get out of here. Yesterday, our affirmation was knowing the difference between needs and wants is prosperity. I'm going to say it again. Knowing the difference between needs and wants is prosperity. And the title was Enough is Enough. So, what I'll ask you guys is we've often asked you to define success. What is success to you? What does that look like? And then take inventory today of your life. I put out there typically when someone says this is the life, they're saying that they're enjoying the situation that they're in, that the easiness and the simplicity of it. But
Mm-hmm.
how easy is it to keep up when you have a $3,000 mortgage, an $80,000 car, right? And I told Jimmy the other day, I said, people aren't broke. They just spending their money on the wrong stuff. And wasn't my choice of words. So when y'all go borrow, look at y'all have more than the people you borrowing from. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. And so take inventory of your life. Look around you. Is this the life? Because if you got $3,000 mortgage, $80,000 car, baby, and even six figures, do the math. Do the math. So you're going to work for things that you don't even get to enjoy. So you buy things that will keep you going to a job that you don't even like. One thing about my little house, as they said, I could go to Popeyes if I needed to and pay for it. You see what I'm saying? I could walk out of corporate America if I wanted to and get me a hot dog stand if I wanted to and pay my mortgage and my utilities and eat.
Freedom.
Right. So you buy things that keep you going to a job that you, in most cases, you don't like, only to get up and do it all over again. Think about it. You'll buy a car just to get to a job and it sits out in that parking lot 8, sometimes 10 hours for people. You bring it back home and it sits in your garage. It's just a car. Just like those red bottoms hitting the pavement. When I pass by people, and I'm not knocking, if you can afford it, different thing. If you're not doing it to keep up with this world, you just like different thing. When I pass by people, I mean, I see them, they get out their cost, and I look at them, I bet you broke as a joke, a bad joke. Don't even look at them. Don't entertain it. Because I'm not feeding your outer man. I ain't got nothing for your outer man. But ask me when your spirit is hungry, your soul is hungry, ask me for some food. Because I've been eating that food. So is your life the life, Brandon? And I'll turn it over to you for you to close because I got to get out of here. I'm
Sounds
sorry
good.
about the mistake. I messed with y'all, but timely for me. So thank y'all.
Good, sweetie. We messing with you too, and I'll in the same way you did that people are doing things that they don't want to do, like working a job that they hate to afford to pay a mortgage that they can't afford,
And
to
can't even enjoy.
buy a car that they can't, to buy cars and mortgages that they can't afford to impress people that don't even like them,
Mm.
that don't even care for them. They got no impact on their life, right? Y'all need some real self-confidence, some real self-awareness, right? So what is the life? In order to know if this is the life, go back to the one who gave you life, the one who gives life and gives death, to see what the purpose of life is. And if you find that purpose to glorify God, and life is in deeds, right? It says, not in time. then you might find true happiness and true success. True success isn't financial. True success is peace. Peace. Would you rather be at peace with yourself and at war with the world? Or would you rather be at war with yourself and have peace with the world?
That's it, Brandon.
Okay? So, on this day, the title is This is the Life. And our quote from Joe Clark, the former high school principal, said, "You got to give to get, and if you don't plan on giving, then you better not plan on getting." And our affirmation and inspiration and motivation for the day that we read 3 times is, "It's never too late to start living a new life." I'm going to say it fast. It's never too late to start living a new life. And last time, it's never too late to start living a new life. Change some things around. Change some things around. Take an assessment, inventory of where you are in life. Are you doing too much? Are you paying a mortgage that isn't
Right.
serving you? You got to pay that till you die. Are you in debt? Debt is slavery, y'all. Debt is it says that in the Bible. It says that in the Christian tradition, the Islamic tradition, the Jewish tradition, that debt is slavery. Interest, especially on top of debt, is immoral. Interest is immoral. That's in the Christian tradition, the Islamic tradition, the Jewish tradition. So why are we seeking it? Think about all the harms that come from interest. Why are we seeking it? Is there something missing? Are we trying to replace where God is supposed to fit with other people's interests?
Hmm.
All right, love y'all. We're gonna get up out of here. Y'all
Love
take
y'all. This is the life, y'all. Today is a great day to start a new life.
Let's
And
go.
mean it. Don't play. Don't play with yourself. Please stop playing with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Because you're not fighting me. You're not fighting your brothers and sisters, your husband, your wife. You're fighting yourself. So today is a great day to start a new life. A new
Take
life. Okay? All right. Hey, said I
yeah.
wasn't going to do this, but I'll give somebody an assessment today. But you got to be serious. Don't spend my money and not be ready to eat. All right? First person reaches out to me, free assessment.
Hey.
All right.
All right. Love
Peace.
y'all. Take care. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 a.m. on the In the Season podcast. Check us out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that we move on up on that scroll, or I'll move on up on that queue. So please go like, subscribe every video that you can, and make sure you turn on those notifications so you get it every single morning when we do this right here. This is the life. Take care. Peace.
Peace.